Hi YouTubers, this is free online tuition here, and today we're going to be going through how to collect terms and simplify expressions. Now, to simplify an expression such as 4x plus 5x minus 2 minus 2x plus 7, we would collect terms. So x is a term, and the actual numbers themselves are also just terms. So if we collect all the x terms, so the 4x plus the 5x is 9x minus 2x, we can have 7x's. And at minus 2 plus that 7, that gives us 5. Which means we can simplify the above to just this. And the reason we do this is just for that reason below, how to make it a little bit more pleasing on the eye and a bit easier to use. So if we go through one together of this expression, x plus 5 plus 3x minus 7 plus 9x plus 3 minus 4x. Now let's try and work that out. So I think the best way to start this is by collating all those x's, joining all those x's together, or at least putting them on the same side. So here we have that x plus 3x plus 9x minus 4x. Then the actual numbers, the integers themselves, so plus 5 minus 7 plus 3. So all our x's, these guys right here, that is 9x. Yeah? Where we have the 9x minus that 4x is 5x, plus these 4x's is 9x. Plus these guys here. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. Plus 1. So far so easy. And if I've brought any questions to your mind, then please do write a little comment at the bottom and I will try and explain it a little bit better, either by replying back to you or coming up with another video. So that was easy because we had all the same terms, but we had just all x's. But what happens when we have x's and y's and z's? Right, 5x plus 3y minus 6x plus 4y plus 3z. Now we have three different terms here. So to work it out, we are going to do exactly the same as we did before. We're going to just reorder them because it makes it a little bit easier for us to understand what's going on. So I see from the x's, I see 1, 2, 2 sets. So 5x minus 6x. What do I see with the y's? I see a 1 here, 1 here. Plus 3y, plus 4y, and I only see 1z, which is there. So, this guy here, 5 minus 6, so 5 apples minus 6 apples, is minus an apple. 3 bananas plus 4 bananas is 7. And we have just this 3 by itself. Now this answer is perfectly right of what is above. However, it makes for good mathematical presentation to never start with a minus. So whilst it is correct, you may want to do that. And that is correct. But whatever suits you. Right, let's move on to multiplying outside the brackets. Now, I've had a few questions about this. I thought I will stop by and go through this one. To start, this means 2a means 2 times by a. In the same way, AB is the same as A times by B. And where A squared equals A, yep, times by A. Right. So if we have the equation of 3, open bracket, 4x minus 7, close bracket, how are we going to tackle this? Well, remember that this 3 is multiplying everything inside that bracket. Think of that bracket as its own capsule, where this applies to all of that. So we'll do this first. 3 times by 4x is 12x. And that 3 times by that minus 7 is minus 21. Yep. Okay. Well, how about if we change that to, as a separate question, 2, open bracket, 9y plus 5. I'll just give you a moment. Alright, so that 2 is times in that 9y, which gives me 18y. And that 2 is also multiplying by that 5, which is 10. Perfect. So, what about expressions that use negative numbers, such as minus 3, 2n minus 8? Well, to be honest with you, there's no difference at all. None at all. You got to remember that this is its own entity, this minus 3, just as this bracket is its own entity as well. And this minus 3 here is multiplying by both this and by this. So we have minus 6n. And then you have minus 3 times by minus 8 is a plus 24. Remember, when two minuses are multiplying by each other, we get a positive. And as I said earlier, this answer is perfectly correct. However, maths geeks do prefer that. But it does not mean that one is wrong and one is right. These are both perfectly correct ways of showing your answer. Now, instead of having something like 3 multiplied by x plus 5, what if we made that more complicated? What if we made it x plus 4 times by x plus 3, where these two brackets, these two separate entities are multiplying each other. Now what you need to do is multiply everything in the first bracket by the second bracket. Now how are we going to be doing that? Well, if you look at it this way, this x plus 4 times by x plus 3 is the exact same thing as x plus 3 plus 4 x plus 3. Yeah, so I've broken it out of that bracket. Now continue on exactly as you would otherwise. So you have your x squared, and then you have your 3x, and you have your 4x, and you have your 12. And finish it up by grouping it all together. Simplify this equation, and boom. Yep. So let's try another example of exactly the same thing. Two brackets multiplying by each other. So you have 2x plus 5 as one bracket times by 3x minus 4. Now, this is exactly the same thing as Yep, you got it. I'm taking that and timesing it by everything in this bracket plus 5 times by everything in this bracket. Alright, let's go. 2x times by 3x, so that's 6x squared. Again, any queries, post below and I will get back to you. That 2x minus 4 is minus 8x plus this here, 15x, and that minus 20. Now simplify this. You may find in many of your exam papers that they will ask you for the most simplest form or to simplify your equation after multiplying it out. And make sure you do, otherwise you may miss out on this last couple of marks. Now, minus 8 plus 15, 7, and that 20. Good. Wasn't so bad after all. And what if, I hear you ask, instead of two brackets multiplying by each other, I have a power, or an indice, or an order of. There's many different words for it, such as a minus 5 in a bracket squared. And you need to remember that this squared is nothing more and nothing bigger than that. Just itself times by itself. And because it's written in this format, we now know exactly what to do with it. Say we have a and an a minus 5 plus that minus 5, a minus 5, right? Where we got a squared minus 5a plus, now we have a minus 5a, yeah? And two minuses multiplied by together is a positive. So here we are. Simplify it down. Always simplify it down. And that is your answer. Okay, so that covers how to simplify expressions. Any queries you have, please post them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you found this useful, please hit the like button and subscribe to more videos and share with your other colleagues. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks. Bye.